What's up, everyone? This is Easy Philosophy, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we will be talking about belief and truth. First of all, here are some questions to think about. Do you know what truth is? How do you know what the truth is? Are you looking for the truth? If you don't know what you believe, how can you find the truth? Belief is very simple, but when you dig in deeper, it gets a lot more complicated. Only God is right. If you want to be right, it's your ego at work. You have to be humble. If you are humble, you are listening to God with your soul. You shouldn't try to be right. You should do things the right way. The popular belief isn't always the right one. Okay, guys, what is belief, faith, and truth? Why do we need it? Here are some questions. Why are we here? Why is there something instead of nothing? Who made all of this? Belief is when you know something is true. If you can see something with your eyes, then it's easy to believe it's there. When you feel something with your hands, you can describe it to someone else, and they can believe in it too. But what about something you can't see with your own eyes or touch with your own hands? Things like happiness, anger, or love. Those things are still real, and even though we can't see them, we still believe they exist. And even though we can't touch them, they are still very powerful. Belief is a really powerful tool. When you believe in something, it's more than just knowing or feeling it. Belief will change your actions and the way you make choices. In fact, your belief can change your whole life. For example, if you believe going out in the rain often will make you sick, then this will change your life, because you would never go out in the rain again. You will stay at home, you'll stay in shelter when it rains. The Bible tells us a lot about God, that He made us, loves us, and sent Jesus for us. And believing in Jesus is a big deal even if you can't see Him physically. You can believe in Him, and that belief can change your whole life. Belief doesn't mean you never have questions. In fact, you might have a ton of questions about the Bible, God, or Jesus, and that's totally fine. God gave us brains so we can use them to think, ask questions, and learn. When we choose to believe, even when we have questions, that's called faith. The Bible says faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what we do not see. Another way of saying this is faith is when we believe something even if we have questions. So the first question is, why look into these beliefs? Core beliefs that are at the cause of many of our emotional reactions. If you have jealousy, fear, insecurity, or anger, sabotaging behaviors. If you have controlling behavior in a relationship, procrastination, poor money management, and not able to stay in a diet and exercise regimen. Or it could be negative thinking. Negative thinking itself often is arising from your belief system. That voice of an inner critic, harsh self-judgment, and fear of what other people think of you. No matter what, your core beliefs are driving those poor, sabotaging behaviors. If you want to change any of these things, emotional reactions, your behaviors, and your negative thinking, core beliefs are typically at the cause, if not in whole, then at least in part. We have to look at basically 5 different elements that make up the belief, and sometimes 6 that drive the thought, behavior, emotional reaction. Let's look at the thought, I have to be right. This thought might also show up as a behavior where we try to one-up with people or argue, and maybe it causes unnecessary arguments with others. It can make us an unbearable person to be with. So as we investigate the different elements of this example, I have to be right, we're going to say that the thought is the behavior acting out that way. So the beliefs. The belief is, I have to be right. With big chungus here. In this case, the belief is, I have to be right. But it might not always look this way. The thought might also be, people are stupid. They don't listen to me. Underneath that might be the belief, I have to be right. And that's where we have to look for the next component, which is core beliefs. This will find thoughts and associations at deeper levels. Core beliefs. For instance, people should listen to me. If someone thinks that they are right, they want others to listen to them, because they think that they are right and that other people should listen to something right. Another one is, I'm smart. When someone thinks that they are right, they think that they are smart and that they're better than everyone else. The third one is, I know what I'm talking about. If someone thinks that they are right, they think that they know what they're talking about. And finally, if they don't listen, then they are morons. Because if they think that they are right, and if they don't listen to him, then they must be morons, right? There might also be the belief, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm stupid. That means if I'm not right, then I'm wrong. And also, I hate to be stupid. I hate to be stupid. I hate that people might see me as stupid. If I am stupid, I am worthless. I am a failure. I'm not good enough. And if people see me as a worthless failure, that's not good enough. I am worthless. I have to be right is actually masking this underlying core belief. I'm stupid, I'm worthless, I'm a failure. When we try and challenge the belief or the behavior of having to be right, we have to dig down to these core belief levels that might be very opposite. So far in this example, the surface level belief is, I have to be right. When we look down at core beliefs, we find a number of the other surface level beliefs. The third component we get is emotion. There's pride. When I'm right, I feel pride. Pride in worthiness and feeling that you're right. There's fear. If I'm wrong, I'm stupid. I'm afraid. A fear of being wrong. Fear people won't listen to me. Fear they won't respect me. There's self-hate. I hate to be stupid. If I'm stupid, then I hate myself. That's self-hate. There's anger. It can be a righteousness, an anger, and a judgment towards people who don't listen to me. They're angry. They're angry that people might see them as stupid. There's I'm stupid, I'm worthless. There's worthless. The feeling of unworthiness. And same thing, unworthiness to I'm a failure. This feeling of unworthiness, of self-loathing, self-hate for being wrong, for being stupid. All of these emotions are connected to and part of each layer of these beliefs, right down to the core belief. And if we're going to change the belief, the emotions we have connected to each and one of these beliefs have to change as well. Belief is more than just a thought or behavior. It includes the emotions that are associated and drive these behaviors and thoughts. The next element that has to change is faith. Not the religious version of faith, but the power of conviction. Certainty, confidence, and knowing. Thoughts by themselves are pretty empty, and this kind of conviction in a certain thought like, I'm worthless, generates unworthiness. The conviction in, I'm right, generates a feeling of pride. This conviction justifies anger, and they deserve it in that judgment. So the force of conviction we put behind our thinking is part of our personal power. The force that we have to take out of these ideas to turn that convincing thought into an empty thought. One of the ways you address faith is to apply skepticism and doubt to these thoughts. Skepticism and doubt removes faith.